Forrest sits on a quiet bench in Savannah, Georgia. He talks to strangers who scroll on their phones. Forrest wonders why everyone is always in a hurry now. He carries an old box filled with letters and memories. A little girl asks him why he smiles so much. Forrest says life still feels like a box of chocolates. The wind carries him back into another long story. Years have passed since Jenny said goodbye. Forrest raises little Forrest with gentle patience. He teaches him kindness before teaching him anything else. The world feels louder, faster, and more confusing now. Forrest struggles to understand social media and modern life. But love for his son keeps him steady. He promises to always be there, no matter what. Little Forrest leaves for college far from home. Forrest feels the old ache of letting go again. At the bus station, memories flood his mind. He meets people chasing dreams just like before. A businessman offers him a ride by chance. That small moment changes Forrest's path once more. Destiny quietly taps him on the shoulder. Forrest travels across modern America by road. He sees drones, electric cars, and giant cities. People argue loudly about politics and technology. Forrest listens without choosing sides. His simple words calm strangers along the way. A short video of him goes viral online. America begins to notice Forrest again. Millions watch Forrest speak from his heart. He doesn't know what trending really means. Talk shows invite him to share his story. Producers expect jokes, but Forrest gives honesty. Audiences laugh, cry, and feel something real. Forrest becomes an unexpected symbol of hope. He just wants to go back home. Old memories of Vietnam return unexpectedly. Forrest visits a memorial for fallen soldiers. He speaks softly about Bubba and Lieutenant Dan. A group of young veterans listen closely. Forrest reminds them they are not alone. Tears fall without shame or fear. Healing quietly begins in that moment. Forrest reunites with Lieutenant Dan's family. They share stories of courage and struggle. Dan's influence still guides Forrest's choices. Forrest donates money to veteran programs. He never sees it as charity. He says friends help friends, that's all. The world listens again. Forrest invests in a small tech company by accident. He doesn't understand the business model at all. The company grows into something huge. Forrest remains untouched by greed or power. He signs papers without reading the headlines. People call him a genius investor. Forrest just shrugs and smiles. One morning, Forrest feels the urge to run, not from sadness, but from clarity. He runs through cities, deserts, and towns. People join him for their own reasons. Some seek healing, others meaning. Forrest runs until he understands himself again. Then he quietly stops. Forrest's fame begins to feel heavy. Strangers project their beliefs onto him. He becomes tired of being misunderstood. Forrest retreats to a small coastal town. There, he fishes and talks to no one. Peace slowly returns to his heart. Silence becomes his friend. Forrest meets a woman who reminds him of Jenny. She is strong, broken, and searching. They talk without romance or expectation. She challenges Forrest's understanding of loss. Forrest realizes love can exist in many forms. Healing does not erase memory. It makes room beside it. Forrest is invited to speak at a national event. He doesn't prepare any speech. He talks about kindness and patience. The crowd grows quiet, then emotional. His words cut through anger and noise. Forrest becomes a moral mirror for America, without ever trying to be one. A massive hurricane strikes the southern coast. Forrest stays behind to help evacuate people. He saves lives without seeking credit. Cameras catch only fragments of his actions. Forrest loses his home in the storm. Yet he smiles, grateful everyone survived. Loss does not defeat him. Communities come together after the disaster. Forrest works alongside strangers and neighbors. No one treats him like a celebrity. He feels most himself while rebuilding homes. Hope grows from shared effort. Forrest finds purpose in simple labor. Life feels balanced again. Forrest finds an unopened letter from Jenny. It was hidden among old belongings. Her words speak of forgiveness and faith. Forrest reads it slowly with tears. He realizes Jenny believed in him completely. That love never truly left him. It only changed shape. Little Forrest graduates and finds his own path. He chooses service over success. Forrest watches proudly from a distance. He knows his job is done. A new generation carries the lesson forward. Kindness continues through his son. The story grows beyond him. Forrest returns to the same Savannah bench. A new group of strangers sits beside him. He tells them only what they need to hear. Some listen, some don't. Forrest doesn't mind either way. Stories like life move freely. He smiles at the sky. Forrest walks away from the bench calmly. The camera follows him from behind. He blends into everyday life once more. No speeches, no music, just footsteps. The world continues spinning. Forrest Gump keeps moving forward. Because life always goes on. Forrest receives a message from an old school friend. They haven't spoken in decades. The meeting stirs memories of childhood innocence. They laugh about things long forgotten. Forrest realizes time changes people, but hearts remain. Some connections never truly disappear. Fate enjoys quiet surprises. Forrest is invited to a small history museum. Exhibits quietly display moments he once lived. Photos show him standing near great events. Forrest feels strange seeing himself as history. He touches the glass with gentle wonder. The past feels close, yet distant. Life moves faster than memory. A group of children gather around Forrest. They ask him big questions about life. Forrest answers with simple, honest thoughts. The children listen without judgment. Adults nearby pause to hear him speak. Truth sounds clearer when spoken plainly. Forrest smiles at their curiosity. Forrest stands at a crossroads at sunrise. He doesn't know where he'll go next, but he trusts the journey. He takes a step forward calmly. The road stretches wide and open. Forrest breathes in the morning air. Another story quietly begins.